All right, so I noticed that my shoulder pain seemed to have gone away from doing curls. All the other exercises I've been doing have maybe made it worse, like my stretching exercises, just stretching out my arms. They seem to have caused this problem actually, where I was getting stinging pain in my right shoulder mostly. And it was mostly the right shoulder, in combination with all the reaching back that I've been doing in the car as well. So I just sit in the car and have to reach back for whatever all the time, all day, and that wears away at the shoulder. And it was causing sleeping problems a little bit, waking up at 4 a.m. with a pain. I'd put a little magnet attachment through the shirt to get some relief, but it's a mechanical problem that I've been causing, and I needed to adjust how I was doing things. So the stretching, this doesn't fix it. Stretching like this, and I think this actually was making it worse. Trying to work the shoulders between the shoulder blades, just a little bit worse. I had to attack it directly, and that's why I bought these bands. These aren't exactly cheap either, but I don't know. I don't really have a great way to perform curls or to hit the shoulder better, because I got my my dip station, and it's more of a rowing, but I wasn't getting any relief from the rowing, leaning back and rowing. It was more, it seems to be more curling up and down. And I got my mortar, my mortar, I guess you could call it a mortar, not the pestle. I kind of had intentions to just kind of lift this more, play around with this, but I haven't been doing that. This has got a pretty good weight to it. It's just how it feels ain't great. I don't have the motivation to deal with this, so I've been getting kind of weaker on my curling because I haven't been messing around with this, and I haven't been using it much for food processing either. It just kind of sits there, but there's no way I want to get rid of it. I will crush food eventually again. And it's a hot day today. Okay, so early on in my research of bands, I bought bands many years ago, like in the year 2000, when they were tubes, and they really weren't connected like this. You had to tie them at the end. You could cut off, they had rolls and you cut them off. But I tried it, I played around with some ideas different from what I do now, but I abandoned it. And then over the years, I would buy a band and then just get rid of it. I think I've gone through 3 cycles of looking at bands in different ways. And now with the shoulder injury that happened, I'm looking at the bands again. I just started out with one band for curls. Didn't really do much. 2 bands, 2 black bands. Then I started noticing less pain in my shoulder. And now as I'm getting a little bit stronger, I got these 2 red ones. And all I use the bands for are just curls. Just put them on my feet. I don't know how much can be actually shown here. Just use them on my my feet and curl them. And I mean, yeah, I'm working biceps pretty good. And I mean, these are just too tough. This is all the higher I can get on a strain. So I give myself some relief and lift one foot like I'm walking. I guess I could go for a walk like this, but you can't. It's got the stretch I need that bicycle tires don't. I've played around with bicycle tires and they really don't satisfy. So I'm using bands now again, and only for curls, not really anything else. And it has a lot to do with just taking away that shoulder pain, because all the other exercises I do are causing a bit of a strength imbalance and joint stability imbalance, and then that leads to aches and pains, especially waking up at night. I was having hip pains as well, both on my right side, and I almost forgot to mention that the hip pain, it was for just like a couple of weeks ago. It was right shoulder and hip pain at the same time. I wake up at 4 a.m. with hip pain and shoulder pain. But now the hip pain is gone. And that's largely because I'll take the bands and wrap them around my knees sitting in the car and just doing some exercise like that. And I keep them close. But yeah, I like to just sort of put them in between the knees and just work the hips. Work the hips out. I don't usually stand up and work the hips. It's all sitting down. And sometimes I'll put both the blacks on. But just doing this for my hips has taken away that pain. I no longer wake up with the hip pain either. That was one of the first pains to go, and those are the worst pains I experienced with joint pains. And it took me a while to figure it out, but hip pain's gone with the bands, and the shoulder pain's gone with the bands, which tells me that I had some strength imbalance, joint instability issues, and my best solution was to use bands. I don't know. I really don't have any other reason to use the bands besides this. So these are specifically helpful for certain types of pains. And yeah, I wanna do a maintenance thing. Being older, I have to do the exercises or I'll wake up with problems. I was waking up also for a while with like a poor blood circulation in my stomach region. While sleeping on my stomach, I'd wake up with like just a weird bad circulation. I need to move more, and it was just laying on my stomach, maybe laying on a bump or something. But since I've been doing push-ups with these push-up bars, I've been strengthening the whole region, and I'm not getting that problem anymore. So you can call these what these These are push-up bars, but they're also known as something else, parallel bars or something. I want to get a slightly bigger one. I got the dip bars, and I got these, and I think I want the ones in between so that I can shoot forward when they're just, if I can just have them a little bit taller, then I can do a push-up and shoot my feet forward, and then do whatever this is, the bridge, and then shoot back, and do a push-up. And I just need just a little bit higher. So I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace. People nearby Dallas are selling theirs. But strengthening my core like this, doing these push-ups, has really helped for my sleep. I have more I have better ability to handle lumps and bumps that develop in the sleeping conditions of my car here, because I can't always get this perfect. So because of that, I need to work on my physical fitness more, which I have been neglecting, and now I hope I can get it on track. So I'm gonna stop this here.